story time with Madam Delina. Hello boys and girls, how are you today? Madam Delina's delighted to see you. Were you able to find a shongololo in your garden this week? Are you eager to find out what's going to happen to our greedy, selfish shongololo? Eagle has shongololo in his beak and is about to gobble him up. But will he? Will he? Well, let's find out. Part 2 of The Selfish Shongololo by Vanessa, illustrated by Shan, Fischer. Wake up, you silly greedy worm! Wake up! Oh no, too late! In the blink of an eye, Eagle had shongololo in his beak. When poor Shongololo awoke, all he could see was his beloved mulberry tree getting smaller and smaller as Eagle flew higher and higher. He squealed and wriggled. In a tiny voice, he called for help. Can you call for help in a tiny voice? Help! Old Mr. Fly could not do much with his tired wings, but he stood on a petunia petal and waved his rickety walking stick. Alas, it did not scare Eagle. The pretty little butterflies were too frightened to do more than squeal and squeak. That did not work either. The sparrows wanted to help Shongololo, even though he had been so mean to them. So one brave little sparrow flew alongside Eagle and politely asked if he knew the way to a pond, as it was rather hot and he was very, very thirsty. When Eagle opened his mouth to answer, Shongololo fell right out. He let out a big scream. Can you give a big scream? Ah! He was falling fast. It was scary falling from so high up in the sky. He closed his eyes and held his breath. Was this the end of him? But suddenly, Shongololo felt himself being lifted by soft and gentle wings. One of the sparrows who was flying below Eagle caught Shongololo as he fell and carried him safely to his mulberry tree. Eagle was angry and flew off in a huff. He did not like being tricked by the sparrows. The butterflies and old Mr. Fly comforted Shongololo, who just whimpered and cried. Shongololo felt ashamed. In a little voice, he squeaked a "thank you" to all the kind creatures and invited them to stop by the mulberry tree whenever they liked. He said sorry too for always having been so unkind and rude to them before. It is always important to share and be friendly. You never know when you may need a little kindness in return. And no matter how horrid or mean you may have been, it is never too late to make a change. So should you ever chance upon a mulberry tree, be sure to look out for a shongololo and give him a wink from me. The end. Boys and girls, did you know that shongololo in the South African languages Xhosa and Zulu means to curl up, which is exactly what they do when they're feeling a little bit scared. What do you do when you're feeling scared? I like to whistle my fears away and then talk to someone I trust about what's scaring me. Why don't you go and buy this book so you can read it again, boys and girls, and let me know which books you'd like me to read next time. I'll see you again next time. Madam Delina's delighted to have shared the story with you. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. goodbye for today. I'll see you next time, so hip hip hooray!